In the last episode of this season of the Game of Thrones, when Jon Snow kills Daenerys Targaryen, the story ends on a shocking turn. But if we imagine what could have happened next, many interesting possibilities emerge. First, let's talk about Jon Snow. Jon killed Daenerys because he believed she had become the Mad Queen, just like her father, the Mad King. She had destroyed King's Landing and burned thousands of people. Jon's decision was both emotional and political, but what happens next? At the end of the series, he is sent to the Night's Watch. However, the Night's Watch had essentially lost its purpose since the White Walkers were defected. This could mean that Jon eventually becomes truly free and start a new life in the North, perhaps permanently living with the wildlings. It's also possible that tension rise in the future between the North and other kingdoms, and Jon serves as a bridge between them. Now let's talk about Daenerys' legacy. Daenerys is dead, but her dragon Drogon is still alive. Drogon burns the Iron Throne, a symbolic moment. This could represent the end of a monarchy in Westeros. If Drogon has flows to Essos, someone might try to control him in the future. If another member of the Targaryen bloodline ever appears, they could potentially claim Drogon. Then comes Bran Stark becoming king. Bran, known as the Bran the Broken, is chosen as king. But Bran is not a typical ruler. As the three-eyed raven, he has the power to see past and present. In the future, Bran could become a ruler who governs not through emotion but through knowledge. However, there is also a dark theory. Did Bran plan everything in advance? Did he manipulate events to ensure he would become king? If so, people might eventually rise against him. Sansa Stark becomes queen in the north, and the north gains independence. This decision could inspire rebellion in the other kingdoms. Dons or the Iron Island might also demand independence, potentially pushing Westeros back into political conflict. Arya Stark sails west asking, "What's west or Westeros?" This line could form the basis of a future spin-off or a sequel. Arya might discover a new continent with new creatures and kingdoms, opening the door to an entirely new adventure series. Most importantly, the balance of power has changed. The Iron Throne is gone. A council system begins. A lord gathered to choose a king. This could mark the beginning of a more democratic system. However, history shows that the power struggle never truly ends. Overall, if this story had continued, it might have focused on Jon's true identity, Bran's mysterious rule, Drogon's future, and new political conflict in Westeros. The ending was not just an end, it was a new beginning, from which many new stories could emerge.